It's time to do this again. Now we are back. I am back in the Netherlands, no longer in the UK. This is where Awake home base is. Here is our office, our co-working space, and it's morning. We just had practice time, we had breakfast. Now I'm in the office waiting for Daniel to show up so that we can get started. Yo man, where you at? We got a day to crush, brother.
Yeah man, we got a day to live. So I'm coming over. Where are you? You're already in the office?
Yeah bro, I'm in the office man, it's just me here. I see your empty desk man, where you at?
Where's you at?
Get over
here.
here.
A guitar man. I just did a couple of tunes and I'm on my way.
I see.
Yo man.
Oh man.
It's time to roll baby, where you at?
Look at it man, I got a speaker, I got my coffee.
Yeah bro.
I'm ready.
Look at you, get to your desk.
Man, get going.
You got a nice space over there man, you got a corner.
I got the best space.
Some people live for a corner office, you know?
I live for a place like this man. That's so cool. What are you doing? You're recording a video blog.
Yeah bro. There's no escaping now. Yeah, every good day starts with essential oils being diffused.
Just, man, let's diffuse something.
Alright guys, welcome to Awake the Journey, episode 2. Dan and I are at our hopefully new home here at New Eden, where Daniel's been here for the past 2 weeks. We had about 12 days together.
12 days, yeah.
Which was our coming back together after what you saw, our first activation and receiving of the Awake vision. And this was just a really amazing time. It touched so many levels. You know, we talked about how Awake is our own vehicle for embodiment. Well, this place is also our vehicle for embodiment. You know, both of us have been through huge experiences emotionally, energetically, in the last 2 weeks, as well as the birthing of the vision. You know, what has been revealed to us. You know, together in our in the first episode, we received the skeleton of the vision, completing the proposal, starting to put the websites together, starting to make videos. We really got to connect more deeply and into the intricacies of the vision and develop it even further, of course.
It made it a lot more real, and from that initial 8 days where this framework, this skeleton was conceived, to now where for 12 days this is maybe the first time actually we sit down and reflect on what took place. We've been 12 days like in the bowels, working, playing, having fun, and now looking back, I'm leaving tomorrow, I'm away for a week and then back to do some more, and we had the chance to actually tell other people about it, and that's really important. We were feeling good with it, but having other conscious people, some of the beautiful people at New Eden, see the vision. Anthony did a business presentation, I think after 3 days of being here. It was incredible.
Had to race together our presentation.
And then since then, yeah, a lot took place, and everything just feels so encouraging, so I don't know, helping us to move even further in this, and so fast. I think the speed of implementation tells me or shows me that this is something that wants to take place. There's no efforting, there's no pushing.
Yeah, that's clear.
Yeah, it's very clear.
It's it really is a birthing, you know, birthing this vision, and with that the help of, again, our own embodiment processes as men. You know, Dan can talk about his own, and I'm just thinking back, you know, when you arrived here, we were just setting up the workspace even.
That's true, day one we didn't have an office, so to say.
Day one we didn't have an office.
Yeah.
We were setting up my bedroom and our new co-work space here at New Eden, which is awesome. You guys will see it in this episode. Dan has his corner office.
I love my corner office. You got a big desk. It's cool.
Yeah, and a lot of the time was spent where I'll be sitting on the chair next to Dan's office, and we'd be creating the proposal basically. Dan is writing it out physically, and I'm in the space of feeling into the different layers of it, and what we ended up with was the 34 page proposal of the Awake Vision, which really just touches even the first two companies. Awake Man and Awake Business, which we fully committed to launching hand in hand.
Yeah.
It was a bit like man and business, and then
It's true,
business
yeah,
came online.
that's true.
Got an extra online
Business
course.
catching up is catching up. Business and man. Yeah, they feel very equal. They feel actually part of, like two sides of the coin, right? In one way, the man that will be awake and embodied and starts to lead will find his expression through some form of business, most likely not in someone else's company. So it feels really, really right. And yeah, we put dates in for events, right? That
We
makes it
got
kind of
6
real.
events scheduled now, November and December.
Yeah,
6 events.
Between Berlin, Amsterdam, London. It's a beautiful full triangle, and yeah, I look forward to it very much. But I also love that although the vision seems super solid, there were very obvious moments when we knew there was some adjustment necessary. Like initially we wanted to do more cities, and just very naturally said, hey, it feels like, and it was like, yeah, that feels like it. It wasn't like a discussion or an argument or I have a strong opinion. It was none of that. It feels that something is here, and it's spoken and it's done. And that means carry on with the flow, carry on with this very powerful creation. From my own kind of experience, I haven't been in such a creative environment and space. So much was created effortlessly. I'm buzzing because it's a very natural place for me to create.
Dan is back.
Dude, man, I feel I'm on fire. I feel like it expresses itself. I'm reaching out to all my old friends and people and kind of telling them what we're doing, and everyone's like, wow, and wants to help in the best way they can.
This is your first time really reaching out to a lot of these old contacts as well,
man,
right?
I had nothing to reach out for. I have so much goodwill. I have a goodwill bank account with a lot of people, and it's time to kind of, lean on that and say, I have something I would actually like you to support me with. And it's not making money online. It's about raising consciousness, collective evolution, new definition of leadership, and people are like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. I'd love to hear or have you share a little about what's been happening for you on a personal level while you're here. Dan's been doing his daily updates.
Oh my
while he's
God,
been
yeah.
here.
So while I was here, I was committing to pretty much a daily update. I think I did 6 or 7 Facebook Lives while I was here. And that was my own commitment, not for people, but for my own documentation. And today I did a little scroll break and I went back to day 1 and day 2. And I just noticed what a journey I've been on, how condensed the time here was. Daily practice in the morning, daily circle work with Christian, collective dinners. It brought out so much. And for me, it moved from, I'm with this crazy young dude who's coming in my life and draws me into this vision, and I feel it's mine as well, to actually, I own this now. I own this space in this vision. We did our first videos, and I was a bit worried and afraid that I would start using sound bites from Anthony and start to tell someone else's experience. And what I found instead is that there was some of my own truth revealing, and the yearning has been with me so for long to speak about truth and liberation, and I was always so afraid what people might think. And this environment here, the encouragement, the thumbs up, the little twinkle in the eye, the little, yeah man, this is good, allowed me to. And this is, I think, what embodiment means to me now. And I haven't really known this word before we started the work. But it's the biggest difference I can ever imagine between having an idea and actually being that vision. It's not just speaking it. I was always brilliant at thinking and speaking ideas and visions. But now it's like, what about living it? What about being it? And it fills me with such deep happiness and gratitude. It's, yeah, definitely beyond words, but hopefully it comes across on video when my eyes kind of twinkle and my face
Dan's
lights
eyes
up.
twinkle a lot. Dan's probably one of the most sensitive men I ever met. I think I've seen you cry
Every day?
every day.
Pretty much, at least once, yeah. Today was a big one, man. Whew.
Yeah, we both had our own big processes here,
Dude, yours was
For
huge.
you, it feels like on this consistent basis, you're in this collective environment here at New Eden, you're meeting truth, and you're meeting the parts of yourself that have always wanted to be met, and that always draws emotion out. For me, I don't work in the same way. I have big experiences, right? I'm the kind of guy that, like, I'm going along and then and yeah, just a few days ago, I had one of the biggest experiences of my life. And it's hard for me to say that because I have so many profound experiences of the last 2 years that are like unspeakable. But this was so different. It was a process of physically rebirthing. I mean, the work that's done here, the emotional and energetic work that's done with Christian, who is a really powerful guide to me in my journey now. It creates a container that what's ready to move, what's ready to be felt, what's ready to be brought forth happens. It's just when your nervous system, your inner self, however you want to see that, realizes there's a container that can hold that energy now. It'll start to now come to the surface, and then with very good facilitation that'll come through. And so, yeah, for me, I had an experience where I got to look at my own feelings of not feeling met or held by life, feeling the fear of not being held by life and not supported, which ultimately, a few minutes later, I'm being embraced by all of these women while I'm cradled on the ground like an infant again, and then experiencing my own process of going from source consciousness into a human consciousness, and the trauma I experienced around that. I mean, you were there watching it.
Oh my Lord.
It was highly traumatic. That difference in experience from source and absolute being and your full liberation to the confinements of a body, people, feelings that you don't feel and know. It's excruciating, absolutely excruciating. And yeah, I'm literally still a little bit exhausted.
It's 3 days ago, right?
That was just 3 days ago, yeah. And so what's been beautiful is, again, it's like this process of our own manhood is initiating us on both levels. We've been called to show up and create and say yes to this vision because it's led, you to reaching out to your old friends. It's led us to showing up on camera and speaking this vision. It's led me to presenting this vision to other people. It's like one, to receive the vision and then to actually be the voice behind that and then bring other people into it and then even bring your own money into it,
Huge. For me, the experience here at New Eden, I don't think there's another place in the world that would have been more conducive for what we aim to do here. It feels like the ground, the cradle, the place that can hold this, and the brotherhood. And I don't say that lightly because people say, oh yeah, brother, hey bro, but it's different if you have this accountability that others people holding you to the same standard of truth, honesty, integrity, impeccability is a word Christian uses, which still scares me. It has this kind of pristineness to it, but I know exactly what he means, and I'm willing, and I'm praying to step up every day more into this and speak the uncomfortable truth, the little internal dialogue, the micropsychosis that you experience. It's speak it because the group can hold it, love will hold it, life will hold it. It's just your own internal dialogue of feeling imperfect or not complete. So yeah, I didn't have the rebirthing experience like Anthony had, but I definitely had everyday insights, and I'm so deeply empathetic that I feel so deeply. But the tears are mainly tears of joy, of gratitude for being. There was one day in particular where I think I cried 5-6 times. I was just sitting in a chair, the sun hit my face, and I was like, this is so beautiful, I'm so grateful to be alive. But it's all linked to actually finally listening to what wants to be expressed and not peddling some bullshit idea to make more money, to try to feel safe, and I'm not saying this is what I mainly have done. There was always high integrity there, yet if you feel this alignment, if what comes through here has clear thought, clear voice, and then with clear heart into this body and put it into the world, that's a feeling where you feel powerful without the control. It's just you feel the energy, the live energy that surges through you. I don't sleep that much here. I'm just, not that I don't sleep well, I just wake up early with like, I want to get going, do something. And I haven't been in that space for, the last time I remember it is more than 10 years ago, where I felt this is it. I can now go somewhere and create this life that I yearn to create.
I get these waves, of this excitement that I can see a path ahead that's just so exciting for me, just really since arriving here and Daniel's arriving after my own, pre-meeting Daniel, I was in my own deep integration journey for months. I started this year with enormous expansion, creative and energy. Then April, May, June, July, huge contraction, integration, my own inner world, simple living. Now to starting to expand again there's these avenues of New Eden, which represents one side of my calling of the collective living and the growth through unity and having a space that people and my friends can come to actually be in this field of growth together. And it nurtures myself in incredible ways. And then the vehicle of my soul, right? Awake, right? Bringing about a new definition of awake consciousness on earth. And it's like just feeling so blessed to be servants to these visions. Sometimes it's easy to feel of ownership over the vision or responsibility over it, but it's servitude to it. And that's how I want people to experience their creations. Since developing Awake, we've realized a lot of processes in our own creativity that we've been sharing with others. And one is really about actually being ready to receive your own vision. And then what I want people to get in touch with is to be of service to that vision rather than be in control. A lot of people receive a vision, then all their own personal belief systems and conflicts now get intertwined in their creative process. True. And that's what you see so much in the world. The vision that's received is really pure, but the embodiment of it, and that's where we have the operating principles of our company. It's like things like source is boss, relationships first. It has to be playful. The company is our vehicle.
Everything is
embodiment.
Spoken.
Yeah, everything's spoken. These are what lead us to embodying the vision and the purity of the vision throughout the whole creative process. And we'll see what happens once we actually get even more into, what do they say, as the meat and balls of it, when we're actually sitting in an event or standing at an event and there's 50 people there that we don't know, and can we actually meet that again with the same authenticity and integrity, which I feel so clear on it myself, and I trust you 100% on.
I feel what's really been amazing as well, because we received that vision and we feel there was a process to it, an order that was so natural and divine. And recently, 2 days ago or 3, who knows, in this expanding universe, but Anthony had a chance to work with Summer, who is one of the co-owners here, helping her to bring some of that vision into manifestation. And we actually realized that the process we've been through is a process that works. So we reverse engineered pretty much what happened to us. And then Anthony had this scrap piece of paper with a few points on it and said, okay, I'm going to try with Summer, right? And after the session, he came back and he's like, and I said to Summer, how was it? He's like, yeah, it worked. So I'm feeling naturally out of what we do here will come process work or implementation work or strategies or IP, whatever you want to call it. But the main thing is it's going to work for other people as well. And that's really what I'm excited about, because this is not about, hey, look what we've done, it's so cool. And people are great, I want to do it. Said, hey, good luck, right? We actually feel what we are doing here. It can be replicated, can be copied, can be mirrored, can be used. And ultimately, all we want to do is say, look, we're doing it. You have permission to do the same. That's it. And that permission, I think, is huge. So that's why we have to go and do it. And I look forward to the events very much. Bit of nerves, but yeah, looking forward to it.
One final piece before I think we finish up is that this has its own perfect sequence to it. And someone asked Daniel the other day, what are you actually going to do at the events? And it's like, that piece hasn't landed yet. I get little visions nearly every day of like different processes and what my work is going to be with people, but that hasn't even been fully revealed. We haven't been in a teaching process, apart from my own coaching, for months, for me, since the beginning of the year, for you, even longer, your own stuff. And so we haven't actually even received one of the most important pieces. But
it's true.
The how. We know exactly
with the why, the what. Yeah. How? I don't know yet.
It'll come. And that's one of the most beautiful things. That's, again, showing authentically, like, not everything needs to be here. This is not about you controlling it. This is about you allowing what wants to be created through you.
Very true.
And so, yeah, I'm excited. Dan's gone for a week, and then he's back, and then he's gone, and then he's back. November 15th is the first event in Berlin.
Wow. Yeah. Yay! So, episode 2. Yeah, it's incredible. I just so happy we document the journey. We're gonna look back at this and say episode 1, 2, 3 implement. It's just really
So cool.
nuts and cool.
So
Yeah.
cool. Hope you guys enjoy this episode, enjoy the footage, enjoy the space here at New Eden, and thank you so much for being here and being a part of this journey. This is so much the beginning, and you're going to see this whole, wherever it chooses to go, you're going to see the best of it. So, much love to you, and see you very soon.
Much love.
So Dan and I are loving our mornings here at New Eden, which basically starts at 8 a.m. with movement and energetic processing, energetic engagement, which is movement with Lara generally, sitting in circle with Christian, and then right now it's just before breakfast, and it's like, whoa, you're locked in, you know. You've been in this whole world of movement and energy and emotion. Come for breakfast, and then it's straight to work, and we'll be finding super productivity, work until 1, and really creative, and then afternoon time for play, really, and then back to it in the evenings. How are you finding it here, brother?
It's just 5 days now of doing this morning practice, and right now I can't imagine how anybody would just step out of bed and go to work without clearing their shit first and just bringing it to the circle. And it's amazing. It feels like we already did the full day, and it's just the morning, right? I feel so ready, and it's such a blessing. It's just it's insane that this is available, and people could actually be here, and they're not, and we're here, and it's just a miracle. It's amazing. Loving it.
Feeling blessed.
Feeling blessed. Exactly.
Show us what you're working on.
Okay, so here's as far as we've gotten regarding basic branding for Awake. The first thing is this kind of logo, which we all like. It's very simple. It consists of a perfect triangle and a perfect circle. The circle representing the female, but also representing spirit, the completeness, the wholeness, and the triangle representing pretty much the base of where we are moving towards a higher consciousness. And the beauty of these two elements is that the triangle represents the male, the vulva, the kind of circle is the female, and you can see that there's actually a penetration taking place in a non-physical way. And those two icons together create an A, which is really what I love about it. So actually the A for Awake is in the logo. We use a very bold typeface, a very bold sans serif typeface to show the gravity of the brand. And we got a beautiful strapline called Creating a New Normal for Human Consciousness. On the color front, we have a beautiful deep purple, a clean blue, a warm red, a neutral gray, and an accent color, which is beautiful aqua, which allows us to kind of accent colors, but this would be the 4 base colors. The typeface we use is Montserrat. It comes in just 2 cuts, regular and bold. It looks best in capitals, and I love the gravity and the spacing, and it's a free font, so yeah, it can be used anywhere. Here is how the sub-brands might look. So when you reverse it out, every time you do a logo, we want to make sure it works on a white background, and it also works on a dark background or reversed out. So this is what the logo would look like on a dark background. And again, I can see this work really well on anything from coffee cups to apparel, right? I'm a real fan of having a clothing brand, Awake Apparel. Or apparel, I don't even know how to say it. Apparel. This is Awake Man, and I also did an example of how a product brand could look like, because we have the main brand, but how does a product brand look like? This would be one of our main programs, Male, the Man's Awakened Leadership Experience. Again, using different colors, but using the same typeface, showing this gravity and having this beautiful logo. I also, this we can skip, these are the old ones, old. I think that's pretty much it. This is all old stuff, this is test, let's delete this, done.
Beautiful.
That's it, version 1 of the brand.
Dan in a zone.
The zone.
Baby, what do you think about the company we're creating and Daniel and I coming together?
I feel it's leading edge. I feel how this is not going to be another startup with a cool idea. This really is. I really feel the profound depth in you guys coming together, your backgrounds, And yeah, I'm really in awe of how this all unfolded so quickly and perfectly in alignment with both of your journeys.
Thank you, baby. Take it easy, Dan.
Are you filming, mate?
I'm filming, mate.
Bless you. Yeah, I'm just away for a week and I can't wait to be back. To get on with saving the world, changing the universe and all that stuff.
Ooh, that good shit.
All that good shit, exactly. Bye, man. See ya.
Bye.
Take care. Thanks, Suzanne.
Daniel! No!